thank you so much for meeting with me today.
You're very welcome. It's a pleasure.
Pleasure's all mine. So, introduce yourself. What college do you go to? What year are you in? What's your major?
Yeah. Well, good afternoon. My name is Daisy Ramos. I am 24 years old. I am currently enrolled in Bowie State University, majoring in mass communication with a focus of media marketing. It is my senior year. It is my last semester at Bowie State. So, with hopefully, I'll be graduating in December with my bachelor's degree. I am the first generation in my family to attend a university. I have three younger brothers. My parents are from Guatemala. My siblings and I, we were all born here in the States. And yeah, part of my little introduction. Full-time student. I have a full-time job. Um, yeah, so
That's great. So what career do you want to pursue with your mass communications major?
so more so focusing on like media marketing, um, being in charge of any uh, like media pages, advertising, work for any company, advertise their name, their logo, focusing on a lot of like with Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, a lot of things, a lot of new contents that are using now to basically communicate with amongst other companies, because right now social media is just expanding every day you learn something new, you discover a lot of new things by social media. So that's more so of what I'm focusing on.
Gotcha. I definitely agree, and I feel like I've seen your work for WETATi before as a social media intern. I think last year, right?
Yes, last
Yeah.
summer.
So yeah, I've seen your work, and it's amazing. So I'm glad that you are using putting that like mass communications education to use. And so speaking of WETATi, how'd you get to know WETATi, and yeah, how did you start?
So it's actually a funny story how I met Dr. Dureki and how she introduced Watati to me. I was in class with one of my professors, with Dr. Otis Thomas. He was teaching about collecting like B-roll, collecting sound bites. It was one of like my mass communications courses, and he sent. So we were all like separated in a group, and my group was sent to an event that Watati was having at Bowie State, and he sent us with an assignment that we have to like collect information what this event was about, interview like the person who is basically in charge of the event, or who I can collect more information about what is happening. So then Dr. Directory was standing at a table, and I don't know how I went up to her and I introduced myself and I said, I'm so and so. I'm majoring in mass comm. I'm here to speak to whoever is in charge or whoever I can speak to concerning this event that you all are attending here at Bowie State. So then Dr. Directly started introducing herself to me, saying that she was the person that I had to speak to. And then like we connected. Like we were having a full blown conversation. She was telling me who she was, and then she was asking me, what's my goal after Bowie. And then she was asking me about if I was interested in becoming my own boss and opening my own business. And then she basically spoke to me, gave me advice, um, gave me like a heads up of what an entrepreneur is. And then we exchanged information after our conversation. We extended information. She told me to email her because she was looking for students who were interested in joining in a summer internship, if they're looking to receive any credits, if they're looking to receive scholarships. So then that's how we basically communicated. And then she offered me an internship, a summer internship, where I was working with Watati, and I was learning different contents. So how to like post certain things on social media, what to post, how to catch the audience attention, how to have one thing being broken down into like five categories, and then explaining all those five categories to our audience and making sense of what we want them to know about being an entrepreneur, right? So I was offered this opportunity followed by a scholarship, which was very, I don't know how to say this, but it's like it was a blessing, a blessing from God above, because during the time that COVID started, I was laid off from my job. And for every semester, I pay out of pocket. So I have to make sure that I am well set for each semester and I have everything I need to register. So because I was laid off, I wasn't working, and I was kind of like falling into a very stressful moment because I was thinking, how am I going to be able to afford my next few semesters coming up at Bowie if I'm not working? So it was just a moment in my life where I didn't know if I was able to continue or if I had the enough income to continue my last few semesters at Bowie, and then I thought that I had to like take a pause for a second from school, maybe work for like 2 years and then go back to school. But I really didn't like that idea because we all know once you stop, it's very hard to always go back. And I've made it this far, so I was just trying to figure out ways to afford my education. So with me being offered the opportunity of receiving this scholarship and also working with a couple of, you know, how do I say this? Experienced people working for WETATi, and them teaching me all of these new contents that I didn't know existed, or I didn't know that focused under media marketing. Just very, it gave me that push, that help, the knowledge, the understanding of what media marketing is. So honestly, when Dr. Directly had introduced, what Tati is, and when she was talking about becoming an entrepreneur, I said, well, no, I'm not really thinking about, opening up my own business. I'm not really thinking about anything of that. But it's funny because even with a mass comm degree, you can also open up your own business. You can even be your own boss, because that's the good thing about mass comm. It's just it involves a lot of things. So, long story short, being an intern for WETATi has helped me know more about what marketing is in general. I loved it. I loved working in being able to create these contents and also posting it on social media. I didn't know, like with Instagram, for example, there is a specific time where it's best for you to post content on Instagram, because there's more people on it, based on where you can post something like at 4 o'clock when it's probably rush hour, everybody's like stuck in traffic. It's not a perfect time to post anything around there because no one's going to see it. Or like seeing the activity that you have in one certain post. So it was great. The experience I had working with Tati as an intern was phenomenal. Like I to this day I am still grateful for Dr. Directly that she crossed my path and we both exchanged information, and for her to like to believe in me, to like say, she has something in her, she has that spark, I'm gonna help her, I'm gonna look after her, and to this day to still be in contact with me like that, that's amazing, because I feel like there's not a lot of people out there who is willing to give their time to a student, you know what I mean, and help them out, and especially during the pandemic, where I thought that I wasn't going to be able to afford my last semesters at Bowie, and that I thought I had to take a pause from going to school, work for like 2 years straight, raise up that money that I, had currently lost from being laid off, and then go back to school. So my experience with WETATi is just again phenomenal, and I will always and forever be grateful for them, and especially Dr. Directly for giving me the opportunity to grow and to learn and to continue with my education.
Yeah, I definitely agree with everything that you said. I'm glad that you overcame that hurdle because, again, it's not easy being a college student, especially a first generation college student. Like, there's little support in a sense. There's less education in how like it work, how like things work college wise. So I'm just glad that you were able to get the resource that you need, and then you're gonna be like graduating soon, girl. So
I
congratulations.
am very excited. I am very happy, and again, I would never be like not grateful with Dr. Directly because she gave me that push. Like
Yeah.
I was speaking over on the phone with her. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to continue going to school, and she was like, "Girl, why are you even talking like that?
Right.
You're gonna finish. You're gonna still do what you're doing. Like, don't think negative. Think positive." And again, I'm always going to be grateful for them. I have no other like words to say that I'm definitely grateful to be in contact with WETATi.
Yeah, I feel like Watati, especially Dr. Dureke, she definitely pushes us to like not think of the negatives, like not even just take that out of your mind and focus on the positives and continue working, and it will all work out, and it always does.
Yeah,
Because yeah, I had a similar experience too this summer. Like I didn't know how the heck I was going to pay for college, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, like am I going to drop out so that I could like go and work full time like you thought. And then Dr. Reggie was like, no girl, that's not happening. You're going to like it's going to work out. It always does. And so
yeah,
yeah, God finds a way to work things out, and I feel like
yeah.
he did that through Atati. So definitely. So I know that Watati has impacted you in such a significant way. So how do you think Watati helps the next generation?
WETATi helps the next generation by making sure they are well set, making sure that they have the correct knowledge that they need that sometimes they don't receive from their current universities, or you may never know. Sometimes they need a different kind of energy from certain people to tell them, and especially if they're majoring in entrepreneurship, they need another type of asset in their life. And WETATi can be that asset for them aside from their own education, from their university, from their professors. Um, WETATi would definitely make sure that you're connected with the right people, that you're in the right hands, will give you that advice that you need, will give you that second opinion that you need. So WETATi will always be there for the next generation that are aiming, especially in entrepreneurship.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that statement wholeheartedly. So, lastly, before you go, what does your future with Watati look like? I know that you're graduating soon, so it might be a little hard, but yeah.
Well, um, I've always told directly when I would speak to her, like, whatever, everything, anything that she needs, or her team, anything that they need in general, like, feel free to reach out. I'm more than welcome to always participate in anything. Like, for example, like now with the interview that we scheduled. So I'm not really sure with my future in general if there is an opportunity with me working with WETATi more close than what we were working with before, then I'm definitely, I'll be open minded. So yeah, I mean, would love to work with WETATi even more, and not just for an internship. Maybe there is an opportunity there that they have for me, but I have to speak it with Dr. directly. So, but I'm more than welcome and excited to definitely join their team, and even learn more with working along with the WETATi team in general. So
Yeah, that's great. Definitely, probably like social media would be the best way. You know, mass comm, like you have the education for it, so that would probably be the route that you would. That would probably be the best position for you there. So, thank you so much for meeting with me today, and congratulations, girl, on your recipient. Yay!
oh,
Like,
thank you so much. Thank you, and they continue to keep blessing. This is
yeah,
really good. This is why I'm always grateful with WETATi, because they continue to keep blessing. And again, thank you so much. It's a pleasure to virtually meet you. Anything you
yeah,
need, feel free to reach out as well.
yeah.
Always here. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right.